Hey guys, I've just had the most intense karting race weekend on a track I've never driven before with wet conditions. I've also never done that before on a race day. So it was a lot that happened on track as well. But let's dive right into quali. Alright, so let me talk you through a lap at this track with our Rotax DD2 kart. It's quite a long straight, 120 kph as we break into turn 1, try to clip the apex and go over the curb there as well. And here you can run a bit of the curb as well. You really just need to maximize the track as we try to keep our minimum speed high. We go into this right-hander, which is quite tricky because it goes uphill. It's crucial to keep the momentum. And then we have this steep wall curve, kind of reminds me of Sand World. And then you have to run these curves. Hurts a bit in the ribs, but you have to do it as we try to keep the momentum for the last few corners. We have one slow corner now, right-hander. It's really crucial to get a good exit as now we head onto the straight, flat right-hander and now all the way down to turn 1 again. So in Germany at the track in Bopfingen it rained overnight, which meant the track was wet and first time for me in wet conditions on a race day. It was tricky, but in the warm-up it went pretty good. Finished P3 in the warm-up, was nice. But then in qualifying I only managed P5 and I was a bit disappointed because I really enjoyed it in the warm-up. But somehow in the quali it didn't go our way. Maybe it was the tire pressure that we did wrong, or just that our tires had too much tread left. It's really important in karting that you have the right wet tire compound. Of course there's only one, we use the Mojo wet tires, but still if a tire has less tread on it, it means that it's more like an intermediate, which probably would have suited the best for the quali conditions. So I qualified in P5, that's not ideal, but I had 3 heats to prove myself, so let's go into heat 1. But actually P5 wasn't even that bad of a starting position because we have the inside for turn 1, which is a right-hander. And that means if we get a good launch, we could maybe get P4. That was what was going through my mind in this situation. And as we get a good launch, we are side by side with a 599 kart. And we just about make contact with the guy ahead. Could be a bumper penalty, but we are side by side still fighting for P3, but couldn't quite get it. We are currently running in P4. And in this situation I knew that I had the pace to overtake the guys ahead as they are just very quick and wet but not as quick in the dry. And I just make a mistake and that could be really bad. I hit the grass. I just about look behind, no one on the left but someone is on the right. I have to lift a little bit in this flat corner, which then costs me another position. And this is really bad. Really bad. I'm in P6 again, lost 2 positions there because of my mistake. So in this situation it was important that I find the rhythm again. You can see the guy ahead is overtaking the other one and I knew that I can overtake as well. I just need to lock in now and be fully focused to execute those moves, and I tried my best. I tried to stay close to them so I could go for an attack soon. And as you can now see, the guy ahead doesn't get a really good exit. I'm right on his rear and I'm pushing to the limit now, trying to get the slipstream. And I just have to send it. I send it on the inside, but go a bit wide and he gets a switch back. And he's in front again, so we are still running in P6, but we are closing in on him every corner. And now we try it again into the steep wall curve and we get the move done, so we are back into P5 where we started the race in. The guys ahead are really fighting a lot. You see I have to brake because they are fighting, and that means I have a chance to repass the guy ahead. I just try something silly, I go onto the grass and nearly lose the kart, really close there, and no way back into P6. Such a stupid mistake. But I instantly go for the move and try to get the position again into P5, but this time braking at the right point and I get the kart stopped, so I'm back into P5. So now I got P4 ahead of me. I know that I'm faster than him, so I just tried the same way. He's a bit confused, he looks to the left, didn't see me on the right, I was already there, and then I just stopped the kart at the apex and he couldn't do a thing, and that's now into P4. the rest of the race was pretty boring. I was just trying to catch them lap by lap, but I noticed something weird as I was catching them. I thought someone is behind me. I looked back, no one there. Something was really loud, and in the last lap I nearly got him, but as the checkered flag was there, I thought I had finished in P4. But now I see the guy ahead of me is complaining and they are talking. His exhaust is broken, and that means he probably will get disqualified. And you can just see him arguing there with the race director. But in the end he got disqualified because of his broken exhaust, which was very loud. So that's why I finished first heat in P3. Heading into heat 2, starting in P3. Of course, same strategy as before, just trying to get a good run and then see what the guys in front do. But we get a pretty good launch after brake again, not ideal, but we try to keep the position and get a slow exit there. Hurts a bit, but we managed to stay in P3 at the start. And for this race my strategy was to just stay behind them, see what they do, because I knew that the guy who is in P1 isn't necessarily the fastest of us, so we can probably drive a better pace, but let's just see what happens. You can already see as I skipped some laps that we are still behind the guy in P1, and we're trying our best to somehow get past, but so far he's defending really good. And as we just about to skip another lap, you can see that he's running wide. I'm going side by side with him in the chicane, which was really close. We almost made contact there. That was really lucky. And now just have to lock in and get back behind the guy in P1, but we managed that pretty quickly. We're in the fight again, but just contact. Can't do anything there. I'm just looking if my front bumper is pushed in, but it was all good, so we continued racing. On this lap you can see we are really closing in, and now you will see he goes for the move, goes a bit deep, and the other one goes for the switchback, and now I'm just trying to stay on the inside. Maybe I can benefit from that, and they almost made contact and I was able to go through into P2. So now we are straight behind the leader, and this is the chance. This is the chance I could go for my first ever win in a kart race. You can see we are really close to the guy in P1, and I'm just having a look here into turn 1, but he brakes really late, so he is a good defender, definitely, the 415. I just have to think how I'm gonna do this, and in the next lap I decided to send it, but it wasn't enough. He braked so late and I ran into his back, and this is really bad. We are in P3 again, and now I need to find my rhythm. I need to focus again as I get a bad exit. And we have another guy on the inside. He pushed me a bit wide. We go into the grass, but survive it somehow. But that was really bad. We just lost 2 positions in 1 lap. Once again, a stupid mistake, but we tried to focus. Anyways, we couldn't do much. We finished race in P4. Not what I wanted, but in the end, the guy in P2, 422 guy, got a bumper penalty, so it was P3. Going into the final race, I started in P3 again. Good starting position, as we know, we have the inside, but now full focus on the race start. We are just a bit too far away from P1, so it gets close. But we managed to stay in P3 at the start and try to settle in. Tires are a bit too cold. I don't have as much grip as I expected. Should have warmed them up better. You see the guys ahead are driving away a bit. And now we get sent down the inside, and that's really bad. We are in P4 now, but still all to play for. Now, as we skip some laps, you can just about see that I got some raindrops now. So it started raining, and this means the track will have less grip. although at this point it still was alright, but in this stage of the race I had to keep it in mind, be a bit cautious, because when it really starts there will be no grip on those slick tires. And as you can just see, 422 goes for the move down the inside on the 599 guy, and he gets it done. So I need to try to follow him, because I know the 422 guy got really good pace and now focuses on passing the 599 ahead. Now you can see 422 goes for another move, and I just tried it as well. We are side by side and we make contact. The tires, you can see the smoke coming up, but we couldn't get the move done, so we are still in P4 trying to chase the two ahead now. And now you can just about see the marshals hold out the red and yellow stripe flag, so that means the track surface isn't normal anymore. It's now really starting to get slippery. But we are still fighting for that spot in P3. Couldn't get it done still, but the fight is on as he goes down the inside. Couldn't do it. And we know already that the 415 really is a late breaker, so you can't really do it down the inside in turn 1. He's really good there on the brakes. And I'm just thinking of where I can possibly go for a pass, as I'm getting really close. 415 isn't good in this corner. He's always a bit slower. And now I knew it. I just had to go down the inside. And I made it stick. I tell the guy behind, let's move forward, let's focus on the guy ahead, we can both get him. And now we are in P3, fighting for P2. And the good thing is, I learned from the race before, so I knew he is good in turn 1 braking, so there's no way I can get past him there. I need to do my pass at another corner, so I really tried to focus on what could I do. The other guy overtook him into the corner, I just overtook 599, so maybe that's an option. And as I think through this, we are behind him, he's really slow through here again, so I knew it. I have to send it. I have to send it down here. As you see, some more raindrops, and we go down the inside, and it's a move down. He's still on my bumper, so I go defensive, but in the end I managed to get the move done, and I'm now into P2. Now the focus is all on chasing P1. Maybe I can get the win now, but it starts raining harder and harder. But still, we are gaining on P1. We are getting closer and closer. Now on this lap you will see some more sliding. It really starts to get bad to drive on this track with the slicks. I see a yellow flag here. It's my teammate. There was water on the track. I nearly lost the car and went to the wall, but that was really close. And now we enter the last lap. I let you enjoy this one because now it really got slippery. It started pouring down, especially mid-lap, so enjoy this last lap and see if I can get P1. So as you can see, I couldn't get it done, but I'm still happy. I finished P2, and it's not the win, but still it's an achievement. And overall, I'm on the podium, my first ever podium in real racing, and I'm so happy that I was able to do this and finally pulled this off, and I'm hoping for many more to come. Finally I made it, but also I'm a bit gutted that I didn't get the win. Of course the win was on, I could have made it, but still happy with the weekend, and I thank you for watching. Would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and see you in the next one.